Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing Overlord Episode 5. We are getting into I'm getting kind of a good grasp of who Ainz is, and Momonga, and now Ainz changing his name to Ainz. So I think I'm just going to refer to him as Ainz for now. I really feel like he does have at least a little bit of his like inner thoughts or inner mind in him. We hear him, even though he is doing a lot of things that are a bit Overlord-ish, a little bit evilish. But I'm grasping to this of him having a bit of humanity left in him, and we kind of partly see. I mean, he's giving people items, even though it's technically for him. I mean, it's really for him and his plans. As Albedo had said, you could be using them as, pawns, but he could be doing it way worse than that. So we have to give him that. He could be way worse, and he could be using people without, and just like letting them die, using those type of pawns. And he's not doing that. So that is one good thing. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. I do want to say, if you haven't joined our Discord yet, that information is down below. Go join our Discord, say hi. We have a big community over there, so definitely do that. I also have a Patreon, patreon.com/AJRich123 if you want uncut reactions and early releases. They are all over there for this show and all my other shows, so I would appreciate that as well. And let's go ahead and start. So he hasn't found anybody, which seems like there's nobody. Oh, so they're against anybody that's not humans. Probably should keep somebody there, right? Or at least keep communication. She really bathes in compliments. Okay. See, that's why I think he's more hesitant towards this as well, is because you kind of, changed, you wrote it in, so you changed her personality. So he probably thinks like the feelings really aren't true. It's more forced. And now she's saying, is there any problem with that? And I think Albedo doesn't care. She's thirsty regardless. I think I think she doesn't care if it's warped or not. See, she doesn't care at all. It's like a good way to justify it. I'm sure for just no reason. No thirsty reasons. So much darkness and thirst all in one. I'm sure he wants to get his name out everywhere. Even though it can be spread by word, this is the best way to get himself known. Copper plate? Discounts like if you're in the guild. I'm sure if he wanted to, he could go there for free, but he wants to be seen not as super, like super bad. That is such a wrong move, bud. She's pretty cute on her own, as like, I mean, he's a random, thug at a bar. He's probably like level 5.
あんたのせいで私のポーションが割れちゃったじゃない。弁償しなさいよ。食事を抜き酒を断ち。
Why would you bring it to the bar?
金で今日買ったばかりのポーションを壊す。どうだ。金貨1枚と銀貨10枚よ。いつも飲んだくれてるんだから払え。
It is technically their fault. They were messing with him. The level of armor you wear would make it seem like you might have money if you're wearing something expensive. I think he just doesn't want confrontation like this.
ひとまずは依頼されるなど。
そういうななべ。しかし、あれが冒険者か。組合という組織に管理され。
女はどういたしましょうか。
彼女は我々より格上のアイアンのプレートだ。後輩たるもの。多少。
So even though he has he's super strong, super OP, he's getting known. He has to go through, like, if you join a guild, you still have to start from the bottom. So I guess maybe that's part of his strategy of getting known too, getting high up on a guild. That's a strange concept, but there's so many like things that they probably kept from the MMO that it still kind of works that way, it seems. I don't know, like in a guild you have to work your way up, so if he works his way up and does well, then his name will get known, but he has to act like that. That's the reason why he didn't start confrontation with her, because she was higher ranked than him. Now it's breaking down a little bit. I would think she's a human just by looking at her. She's probably not though if she's there.
モモン様。
モモンだ。そしてお前はナーベラルガンマではなく。
やりません。モモンさん。
少し間抜けだが、まあいい。まあ目的はこの世界における情報網の構築だ。冒険者と。
You even have to do that. So you have to go to every reach. Yep. But how grindy is it? That's the question. How long is this gonna take you? Though I guess time shouldn't be an issue for him, right? So he doesn't want to show that he's from there yet. So he has to start from scratch and get money. I didn't even think about that. It could look weird to other people, especially if you appraise it. I'm sure all these type of items would be suspicious, right? Yeah, so much for like hiding your identity and hiding how good you are. Yeah, see, that's the downside of having that type of stuff. If you give it to somebody that's not super strong, they could get killed over it. I really want that armor for like the next MMO I play. I really do like that set. You just picked a random job? But he hasn't learned how to like read different languages. Well, so much for, you know, going slow here. But how strong he is, you could probably do the highest level easily. That's like killing boars, right? Like bronze level. Time to join the noob squad. Yeah, that looks like a bunch of noobs. What does that do? Oh.
この能力を持って生まれたことは
So double learning magic.
はナーベ、そして私がモモンです。よろしくお願いします。それで、そのバレアレという方はどんなタレ？
This is what he's there for, to learn information.
フィーレやバレアレといって名の知れたクス氏の孫に利用可能というものでして。
ほう。
その人間、
危険周辺に出没するモンスターを狩るのが目的です。
モンスター討伐ですか。
But it's
その
bronze.
ところ、町から組合を通して報奨金が出ますよね。ものか。
So just grindy crap.
だけど俺たちの飯の種って寸法。
Oh man. He can do so much more though. Just give him the level 100 quests.
どうでしょう。
共に仕事を行うのですし、顔を見せておきましょう。
Oh, he changed his face. Smart, very smart.
知られると
Wait, so it didn't actually, it showed the back of his head, but could he not hide like the skeleton as much? So it made him look super old? I was gonna say, she is cute. I didn't really think about her. This is one of those guys that's gonna get himself slaughtered if he keeps talking.
入っております。
一体どなたが？
フィーレやバレアレ。
考えなしに行動するな。
So he's the most threatening person they've seen because he can use magic items, like Ainz can.
僕が依頼させていただきました。
He seems nice enough.
私はすでに別の仕事の契約を交わした身、優先するのは当然でしょう。
He's making himself look at, you know, like a good guy.
薬草採集のためにカルネ村近くの森まで行くつもりで手伝いを依頼したいのです。
That sounds like a level 1 quest.
レンジャーであるルクロットさんのような方が必要ですし、森での採集ならばドルイドであるダインさんがいた方が。
And I'm sure they'll get some money out of it too.
よかった。では、最後か。
When you can't see his eyes though, that is a little suspicious. I mean, how does he see where he's going?
誰も私。
親の一件を聞いたんですよ。
Huh.
はい。あっという間に上のランクの冒険者の方を吹っ飛ば
So he's already getting out there from that.
カッパーのプレートの方ならお安いかと思いまして。
They don't have to pay him as less. That's why him being copper is bullshit or This is a bit spooky. What the hell? Secret, like, underground cave. She looks scary. What cult is this?
スレイン報告の再秘宝の一つではない。ケテに所属していた身。着用者の自我を封じることで人間そのものを行為魔法を吐き出すアイテムに変える人気。
This is very strange because these people seem like they would fit more with Ainz here. They're definitely darker. They're talking about like high strong items and stuff. I'm wondering how I'm wondering how they haven't like ran into them yet. And she scares the living crap out of me. This actually looks threatening compared to what we've seen. That girl who looks straight up like a Yandere, her and that guy look the most threatening compared to everybody I feel like we've ran into so far to Ainz. They seem, maybe it's because they're more dark. They're doing like, you could tell that guy knows like some dark magic. She's says that she's like been something about being locked up or or something. It's very, and she has all this knowledge, and she talked about somebody having the access to being able to use any magic item. And at first my first thought was Ainz, because he can use magic items, but knowledge, he hasn't really put himself out there that much. So she's probably talking about that kid we just got introduced to that's making Ainz and all them go on a protection quest with them. And if that's the case, then they're probably going to run into that group then. I'm assuming why they're showing this, but I don't know. I get this feeling that they're an actual threat compared to what Ainz has fought so far, or even, where he's at. It's like he's max level going into this like noob dungeon and noob areas where he could literally kill everybody or do anything he wanted, but he's stuck doing that because he needs info. Because if he just went full on and like showed his strength and like to everybody right away, then they wouldn't trust him and he'd probably get no information, and then his name would go out there in the wrong way, which he does not want. So he has to do his best to. He's just it's like you're forced to, like, you're max level and you're forced to go, hey, you're gonna start, even though you're level 100, you're gonna have to do these level 1 stuff for a while. That's like falling asleep crap. But I remember in some games you'd be like level 20 or something, you'd be in a group and then you're like, hey, we got a guy that's like max level that's going to help us finish this quest or whatever. And I'm sure it was boring as all hell for that guy because they're literally just doing you a favor by being there. And that's what Ainz is pretty much doing in this situation. He's just going to be that guy that can literally slay anything. But he has to be there to, acquire things. He's starting at the bottom. He has to work his way up as well. But the protection quest just feels, I don't know, like it just feels strange and too simple, if that makes sense. That entire quest concept just is like the noobest of noob concepts. So if you... I don't know. I have my suspicions here. But anyway, quick little, it was kind of a very informative episode as usual. If I missed anything that's in the episode, or in a previous episode, and you want to correct me or whatever, you can always leave it in the comments down below. That helps. But if it's information that's not, hasn't been said yet or whatever, or I'll learn, then yeah, obviously I don't want it. But I also know that there's you guys explained that there's stuff in the light novel information that's like never said, so feel free to say that type of info in the comments if you'd like, if it's something about those episodes that were said in like the light novel. I think that would be fine. But I feel like I soaked up most of the info. It was like there was a lot, and I might rewatch this a little bit because there's just a lot. Each area they're going to, it seems to be completely different, and there's just a lot of information that I'm trying to make myself soak up. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out the Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123 if you want to see uncut reactions and early releases. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.